So yesterday, as our show was closing out, Tua Tagovailoa, he responded to Ryan Clark. He was very he was not happy with a comment Ryan Clark made. Ryan Clark had said that it doesn't look like he's been training. He hadn't been with a dietitian. Then maybe said that he is looking like he should be a stripper at Onyx. So little jokey joke on NFL Live. Him, Marcus Spears, Orlovsky, they got a good chuckle out of it. Tua did not find it funny. You got a little bit of a Tua here. This is him. He's just saying he was not happy with Ryan Clark.
I'd appreciate if you kept my name out your mouth.
Pretty much, you get the idea. That was how he capped it off. He also at one point said, "We can get scrappy if you want to get scrappy." To which Jalen Waddle said on Instagram, "Don't let Tua get them paws on you."
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hey man, you don't know. He may listen. He could be. I did hear yesterday Tua is still doing jiu-jitsu. It's going to be part of his regimen even during the season. So
Nice.
Friday night gi night. I don't know if he's going gi, no gi. Well, I would imagine gi.
Little easy on that, buddy.
Yeah, exactly, dude. So hadn't really heard much from Ryan Clark. He was kind of tweeting through it yesterday, but mere minutes ago on his Instagram from his office, of course, great branding, wearing a Pivot T-shirt. A lot of people are going to watch it. That's just smart. Ryan Clark has given his comments on the fallout and Tua being pissed at him. Here he is.
Yesterday, Tua Tagovailoa had to answer questions about something I said on Monday, something that I truly just felt like was a joke to me, that I've realized as the week has gone on, if this man has to answer questions about it, if so many Miami Dolphins fans are offended by it, then people ain't taking it as a joke. So let me be very clear. If I've offended you, Tua, if I've hurt you, if I've disrespected you, if anybody that supports and loves you feels some sort of way because of what I said, I truly apologize. I had two priorities when I started this job. Number one, respect the players and the executives and the coaches that make this game run. Number two, it was earn the respect of those very same people, and more importantly, keep it. Anything contrary to that, then I got to check myself. Now, don't get me wrong. My ego was involved. When Tua was asked about how he felt about these comments, and he said, keep my name out your mouth. Yeah, my first thought is, or what? Or he says he's scrappy. I think to myself, man, I fed my family on violence. I ain't tripping on that. But that's the pride that doesn't enable me to see what this dude's going through. The constant criticisms, the constant scrutiny, constantly being questioned, feeling the stress of always having to prove yourself just to show people you can be available. And then you work throughout the entire offseason, which I talked to his trainer and said that man was in there 3 times a day to build himself up to be healthy. And you got to hear a comment like this. So I get it. I get it because I do want to respect Tua Tagovailoa. I get it because I want his respect too. So to the Miami Dolphins, to head coach Mike McDaniel, who I have a ton of respect for, but most of all, to Tua Tagovailoa and his family, I deeply apologize. I've reached out. I hope to talk to you soon, brother. But just know, I wasn't questioning the way you work. I wasn't questioning how much it mattered to you. It was what I can consider now a bad joke. But for me, it's been a lesson. I'll be better. Thank you.
Damage is done, my friend.
I will say this. As apologies go,
good apology.
That you know he meant it. So
I believe he meant it too.
I hope Tua lets him off the hook, because that's basically when you give him the conversation, you let him off the hook.
I honestly think it was almost bordering on too much.
But you almost have to be that extreme to show your sincerity, right? If he would have just leave it at what everybody else say, and if I offended anybody, I'm truly sorry and I apologize. No, like he went, farther into it, as who he's been at his job and what he was trying to do. and why it was in poor taste. And I think when you hear the explanation and the apology, right? Well, look, it still was a bad move, and you can still be mad, but you can at least accept his apology. Because a lot of listen, a lot, and I told you this all the time. Ain't no media member would apologize like that.
No, look, as he said, he was honest and said, like, when Tua reacted the way he did, he said, like, my initial reaction was, or what? But I think he knows that, like, yeah, it was, he really offended a guy who's not easy to publicly upset.
But keep in mind, here's the most important part of that apology. He acknowledges the fact that Tua has been up against it for no reason.
Right.
And
well, that's the thing.
He didn't ask for that.
I think the thing that's I think probably what bummed Tua out so much is that
I got to deal with this.
Yeah, he's answered so much bull bleep over his career. Last year it was the arm. Before that it was the Watsoners. Before that it was should he start? Would he even make it? Would he even make it? Should he even play? The hip injury, all that stuff, right? And it's like finally it kind of felt like this year, normal year, you know? I can end practices with the pick six, no bigs. It's just normal. I could just, and then finally to have your work ethic called out, that had to be what would really like, man, out of all things, you guys now I'm having to, now the narrative is I don't work hard when I didn't even want to put on all this muscle, you know? So look, it's a fine apology. Sexy Sauce says it was extra. Menu 631 says Bumble Pie. Dr. Toboggan says he went full McDaniel. Rambling man.
But you almost like here's what I think Ryan Clark tried to do. He tried to separate his apology from all other apologies so it didn't just go down as, oh, he's just giving the old, read from line 3.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why it was a little bit extra.
It says TB's known for backpedaling.
So from that standpoint, I get why he went over the top to really show how sorry he was, and to even break it down, right? He didn't have to give us that part about how he felt when Tua snapped back at him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But no, like, yeah, man, look, we all put our foots in it. We all do it.
I got a Twitch says, does this mean you guys have to apologize to Kyle Lowry? If I do, I'm going to do it exactly like that, which is with a Tobin and Leroy shirt in my office for 2.5 minutes.
No,
Lowry!
No. I'm going to tell you when you're going to do it.
When?
September 8th.
What's that? Oh, the Heat at the Heat. Oh, is he golfing there?
Of course.
He loves golf.
Yeah.
He loves golf.
And so we it hasn't been finalized yet, but it's in motion.
Let me tell you something.
And I'm playing in it. So so you better hope. Apologize to Chunky 52. No. No.
Mike
was out there in a kielbasa sausage skin.
What do you think was longer? Do you think Ryan Clark's apology was longer, or do you think Mike McDaniel being asked about Ryan Clark's comments was longer?
Mike McDaniel being asked about it. There's no, hey, I'll take the over.
All right.
I don't care what you could have asked me. What was Mike McDaniel's comments about what he ate for lunch? I'm taking the over.
Do you think, do you have this, Marcos? Have you got Mike McDaniel's comments in? He was just asked about this moments ago at Dolphins camp before the Dolphins take the practice field. And here is McCochin on the Ryan Clark v. Tua controversy.
Tua came to his own defense in regards to being criticized about his physique. Wanted to know if you have any comment on that, seeing that you get see him every day, you've seen the work he's put in his off season.
Oh, God, I was starting to get annoyed. I was hoping for the opportunity to talk about, if I understand your question correctly, how Tua's off season's been. And you know what? I can say that I can say hard facts that I've seen with my own eyes, and it's been it's top 5 on the team in terms of, we've had a lot of guys really step their game up, and you want to talk about somebody that's committed to doing what he's doing for the right reasons. I've he was already invested before this year, but then, taking a bunch of things that have happened, he really put an onus on controlling what he could control. So you want to talk about every metric that that Dave Paloka and his strength staff really track, which is pretty much everything. I mean, to the degree of blinks, every metric of strength that is measured, he's he's shattered his previous highs, and in some instances he's almost twice as strong with things, and that's been a daily commitment that he hasn't wavered from. He's taken his nutrition to another level. He's taken his commitment to what he's trying to do, and really, thought outside the box and really worked at it. So I couldn't be happier with the work that he's put in, and that what I've actually viewed from my own eyes. Basically you're happy for guys as a coach when you can see in the present that down the road they're going to have no regrets, meaning the results are what the results are, but that without any shade of gray that you've put your best foot forward, and he really has, and I think his teammates would agree. We are getting the absolute best version of Tua that's existed.
All right, PC. Did he say that Tua's blink ratio was higher?
He did say
that. Is that a football thing? I don't know.
No, it's not a football thing.
Oh, you gotta monitor the blinks.
What does that mean?
Peyton Manning and Tom Brady used to blink 22 times a minute, and every quarterback since then.
Is that new maneuvering the field with your eyes?
Yeah. Exactly.
Hey, so it was longer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know,
and here's the kicker. Here's the kicker.
How longer?
He never really responded to the Ryan Clark comments.
Nah, he didn't. That's a head coach. That's a guy that's a vet move. He's starting to get. He's like, how can I respond to the controversy without responding to the controversy? Tua is 2 times stronger and he blinks more. Although he said it way less efficiently than I just did.
What?
Person's average blink rate is 17 per minute.
So
Tua, 34.
Here's the deal. Even after hearing that.
Yeah.
What?
Exactly, dude.
You get it.
You get it.
She tried to go softball on him. Like, she didn't really hey, Ryan Clark said this about
him. Yeah.
Right. And I knew here's when you knew it was gonna be trouble. I've been waiting for this question. I'm like, wait a minute. Who gets excited?
That will happen from time to time. Like, sometimes coaches, like Spo will do that from time to time, where Spo doesn't want, but sometimes they do. Sometimes they want to be asked about it. And, it's, but he just kind of went into how hard Tua is working.
Listen,
words means words.
You have to be careful when you comment on work ethic, because me personally, I was a person that didn't like to work out with a bunch of people because it took too damn long.
Oh, you're not at the gym with 9 people around you?
Right. Well, no, not that. It's like if you go in with a bunch of other players, it extends your workout like by an hour.
Yep.
So I would always try to do my stuff early or really late. And so from that standpoint, a lot of guys never saw me. It didn't mean I wasn't working. When I came to Florida, I would run with all the Dolphins at Western High School.
Yeah, if you played today, Leroy would never post his works on social media. He's not that guy. But
I'm not that guy.
But other guys do. It
Right.
doesn't happen if it's not on the gram.
Right. And so from that standpoint, I don't think that me preparing for my job is Twitter worthy. Like, you know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal. But some guys like, doing it. I don't have a problem with it, but just because you don't see it doesn't mean it ain't happening.
But the real question is, did you ever practice your blinking?
No. Dude,
what the hell does that mean?
Robert Smith practice.
Game Boy 305 says Mike McDaniel answers in so many words, so reporters won't use any of it because it's way too long. Smart move.
Right.
Do you know? Okay, realistically,
you can't even write the gist of it because everybody's sitting there going, "What the hell did he just say?"
That was only 12 more seconds than Ryan Clark's apology.
Wow,
but it just felt like so much longer.
Oh man, we take a quick break here on the program. We continue to celebrate the Pinks yesterday, a thriller in Cincinnati as they beat Cincinnati by PKs. Goosies. You don't beat the Pinks in PKs, okay?
Oh yeah,
you don't.
They're like 3-0 in PKs.
You don't beat them in PKs, dude. It doesn't happen. But Messi, just continue to be marveled by this man. It's incredible. Tata too, dude.
Oh,
wait a minute. I have a question.
Yeah.
I was watching the interview on ESPN with Tata, right?
Yep.
And I'm paying attention because I've never heard him talk. And I'm thinking, okay, let's hear it. I didn't know he needed a translator.
Yeah. You know how great these guys are, Leroy? We better learn Spanish, dude.
I'm starting to realize that.
Bringing.
I mean, if I'm gonna go anywhere near Jay Figg's house, I better know some Spanish.
Jay Figg's. We're bringing Jay Figg to Pink's Media Day next year.
Yeah,
you said that'd be good.
Actually, not a bad idea.
Yeah. Are you gonna do the synchronized swimming hairdo?
Do you like it?
I mean, if we're going swimming.